All right, y'all, good morning. We are out here again on another foggy day. I'm not too far from the boat ramp, so I'm gonna do some bumping today, which I was gonna tell you that, you know, I eventually got in my new Mad Catz bumping rods. I've used them a couple times. I've caught a couple fish on them already, but I was scanning because I was gonna record a route to drag, and then I come across this whole stretch of bank here. It's an inside bend, so obviously there's gonna be less current here. But man, it is just loaded with bait, and it is just loaded with fish on the bottom. And so what I want to do, well, what I've been trying to do all week, is I wanted to get into enough small ones, or eater size, I guess, to you know, to catch and take home and eat, because I want to have some fried fish this weekend. So that is the plan. And then, you know, of course, my last video, I had people ask about, you know, rigging, setup, and all that stuff, whatever. So yeah, I could absolutely go over that. It's really simple. I just so happen to have an extra rig laying down here. But let me get this, and I'll get, I gotta get my sinker line. Hold on a second. Okay, so there's a couple different ways you can go about this. One of them is when we're essentially, like, I guess you'd call it vertically jigging, more so bumping, but you'll want your leader line to your hook shorter, but your weight line a little bit longer. The reason for that is because, you know, like, especially with where I fish, a little bit shallower, there's a lot of structure, and so that weight's always on the bottom, but it'll keep your hook and stuff, you know, up higher, away from some of that stuff. Now, is it going to stay away from all of it? Absolutely not, because I've been hung up a few times. But I'll just go over the setup though. But like I said, this new rod, I've been using it a little bit, and I actually like it. It's way lighter than our last one. They got a different grip here. It feels comfortable in the hand. I've got it paired with the Alios 300 from PC Fun, which I love. They're a good reel for this. As for a low profile reel, they're really good. They also make a 400, and I think I don't have of course, I'm not sponsored by PC Fun, but I know that Spencer with River Certified, he's got a discount code if you guys want to look into them, and you know, it'll save you some money. But really, dang it, I forgot to get the swivel off this. But really, the only thing is that you really got to do, as soon as I find my other swivel real quick, I'll show you. Get this off of here. But really all you got to do is, and this is just personal preference, whatever knots you want to use, is you take your main line, you see it's the three-way swivel, right? So you got that there. Anyway, so I tie the main line to the top part, the weight line to the bottom, and I always tie my leader off to the side here. And the reason for that is it always, I say always, but it helps it to not tangle up near as much. So that's that. But I do a polymer knot when it comes to braid. Well, I mean, I do a polymer knot when it comes to my main line, period. And it's the same thing on my my regular cat rods. But like I said, the main goal today is to catch eaters. So same thing. What did I do with it? Oh, there it is. So I'll show you, I'll tie my lead line on here real quick. I just use a regular fisherman's knot. It's nothing serious. But so I got 60-pound braid going down. This is a Mad Catz braid, and my leader line is 60-pound big game fluoro. And then of course my lead line is a 30-pound test. And of course I went over the reason for 2 different colors, because if it ever does get tangled up, because when a fish grabs it, they'll spin around on it and then it'll just tangle it up. But the 2 different colors allows you to untangle it a lot easier. Same thing with the end of my leader line. I always just do a fisherman's knot. You can do whatever knot you want. It's not that big of a deal. But yeah, that's essentially it. And you got your lead line, it's going to be a lot longer. I always go about an extra foot past my hook, maybe a little bit longer than that. And then I'll just tie a loop knot. Then that's what you'll use to, you know, if you need to swap out weights, you just, you know, run it through, flip it over, you know, put in all your different weights if you need to. And so that's basically the rig. Now, what I got as far as my leader line, I mean, you can already see I got, I don't know what you call them, but just the inline swivel, so that way if the bait starts to twist, it's not going to twist up your line. And then I got just 4 little plastic beads just to keep the rattle from off the top of the hook. And it seems to work. It seems to work okay. I don't know if it creates more bites than it may spook. That I don't know, but you know, time will tell on that. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. That's the setup. It works great. Now, what I was going to tell you is, you know, like when I was with Spencer fishing in Mississippi, you know, with a little bit faster current stuff. So basically, what you want to have in that, you know, in that scenario is the opposite. You want your leader line to be longer than your lead line. So you'll have your leader line, it's probably about as long as my current lead line, and then the lead line will be about as long as this. And what that does, because there's so much current, everything is still kind of like, you know, you got, like, say that's the bottom, and that would be the lead, you know, everything would still be up here. So it makes sense. It didn't make sense to me at first, because I've never done that. And but Spencer showed me, and it was very effective. It was actually really effective when we were, you know, chasing them channel cats and stuff. So I'll go with that. And what I was saying about that, you know, the loop knot at the end is this camera going. But you see, I got, like, on my weights, I've got that little, you know, loop up here. Get it pinched down enough, and you can just slide it through. And once it's through like that, you just take it, wrap it around. So there you go. So if I have to go up, say, like to a 2 ounce, I can, no problem. I don't have to retie, cut, and all that stuff. And so we're going to work this bank as far down as we could possibly go, at least until this fog lifts. It's one thing about it, we ain't got no wind in the morning, which I'm glad we don't, but if we don't have any wind, that's the problem we run into. You know, because the water temps are warmer than the ambient temp. So, but we're gonna do it. Like I said, my goal today is, if we run into a big one, we run into a big one, but my goal today is to catch some smaller fish. I got too much ice in here, because I want to catch some eaters. So to accomplish that, I'm going to just take little stakes of this skipjack here. This is day 2 on the skipjack, so I gotta use it. Get my remote for the trolling motor, and we should, with any luck, we should be able to just float down the with the current, because we're supposed to have good current this morning, and I hope we do, because it'll get these fish facing the right direction. Yeah, you got, cause that's one, because I was going to do some, like I said, I was going to start off dragging, but we already got a barge coming up the river. So that's it, not a very big piece of bait, because like I said, I'm targeting these little ones. I say little ones, you know, I want to catch them about 8 pounds, you know, 8, 9 pounds, maybe 10 pounds. I know a lot of people go for them 4 and 5 pounders, which is good, you know, whatever. It's just that, you know, if I'm gonna get a knife wet, you know, I want it to be on something more than that. So when we get you guys turned, we can sit here and hopefully, I want to try to go backwards, see how well that works. But I may have to go forward. The reason why I want to go backwards because if I turn the boat around, the sun will be right in the camera. But we'll try it. I haven't bumped down this stretch, but like I said, I was scanning a little bit of it and I couldn't believe the bait that's down here. So there's that. And it's like I just dropped it right underneath where the shad's at, or the bait. That's typically where you would find these littler fish, and that's what I'm hoping to run into. I'd like to get at least 5. That'd be all right. There was a fish. Yeah, he's got it. Good deal. He picked it up and started swimming off with it. Heck yeah. You are a little bit smaller than what I'm looking for, buddy. Yeah, just like yesterday. These fish are just so covered in mud, it's not even funny. I'm coming through a wad of them. Yeah, you got yourself tangled, buddy. Yeah, he's just covered in mud. That's what I was running into yesterday, but we got a bunch of them right here. I'd like them to be just a little bit bigger than that. Dog, he hit it and come straight up with it. He hit it and come straight up with it. Oh, calm down, buddy. Little channel cat. He just went screaming up to the top. Well, they're getting smaller. That's not a good sign. I need them to be getting bigger. That old thing, he just smacked it, just picked the whole thing up. It was like, I'm just gonna come straight to the surface with it. Got us a barge bite, y'all. Oh yeah, that's a good one there. Ah, these stupid boats. There's a bass tournament, that's what it is. Yeah, that's a good eater there, y'all. Heck yeah. Yeah, that's a good eater. Absolutely. Let me get him in the live well. I'll keep him alive just in case I don't get enough. Well, on that note, y'all, because I was wanting to, let's go do some dragging. See what we can't get doing that. Caught a couple. We got one eater. Maybe we'll pick up 4 more while we're dragging. I'll see you when we get set up. All right, we made it to our spot. It's what I done is I went ahead and well, the main current's going to be over there, and I'm on this inside bend. It's a real long sweeping point. So I don't know. I mean, like I said, the main goal today is to hang into, you know, some eaters, and this will be the best spot to do it, I think. So I don't know what this trolling motor's doing. Keep speeding us up, slowing us down. But I want to run probably slightly smaller baits, and then I don't know, like I said, just try to catch some eaters today. If we hang into a good one, we hang into a good one. So we'll just see. It's a good spot. I scanned quite a bit of it. There's a lot of activity. So I don't know, maybe today's a different day. I don't know. The last couple days have been absolutely terrible. But get rid of some of this ice so I can at least get down to the bait. Oh, wow, got ants all over this thing. Yeah, but I'm still going to run one big head out the back. That is definitely going to happen. Do you still have it? Yep, he still has it. Don't feel like a bad one. If it's a just barely picking at it. Is he possibly another eater? That'd be cool if he was. Oh, I don't know. I think he'll do the trick though. Yeah, I think he'll do the trick, provided I can get him in his boat. Come on now, buddy. You're just barely hooked. None of that matters now. Oh yeah, he'll work. He'll make a good eater. You can just see, man, they're still covered in mud. Not that it matters. All right, cool. We got 2. We just need 3 more. Boop, boop. Oh, just stay hooked up, buddy. Stay hooked up. This one feels like another eater. Stay hooked up, buddy. Don't go over that line, whatever you do. Yeah, this feels like another eater, maybe. You don't get too small between now and then. Well, they kind of put the brakes on there. Oh God, he's smaller than I want. Oh, that and it's a channel cat. Don't want that one. But he ate it. Yep, that and he's a channel cat. Now see, the thing is, and I'll tell you something about channel cats, is that's, you know, a lot of people around here eat them, and that's fine. It's just, for some reason, they don't taste near as good as a blue, in my opinion. Now, you go somewhere else, like anywhere up north, and then these little dudes are pretty good eating. But because our water temps get so hot, I think it may be kind of the deal. Now, like if in the winter time, I may, you know, keep some of these if I catch them. But I don't know, compared to a blue, they don't taste near as good to me. And it may just because, you know, like I keep thinking that, you know, because our water temps get so hot, and these fish typically stay shallow most of their life. So I don't know. They're just real fatty. It just doesn't taste good. But nevertheless, I appreciate it, buddy. All right, so we're back on the hunt. Go, here we go. Yep, just stay pinned, buddy. Stay pinned. Feels like another eater. A little smaller than I like, but I think he'll work. He'll go good with the other ones we have already. Yeah, he'll go good with the other ones we have already. Good deal. We got this wind blowing up river now. So that's always a good time. Hopefully that drift sock's doing its job. Barely. Well, I appreciate it, buddy. I appreciate that. It's kind of funny. Every time I come out here, I try to catch the biggest fish in the river. Today, I am glad to have these. They're gonna be some good eating. Good deal. We're working on a mess. That's why, you know, like I said earlier, up here dragging these shallow mud flats. You know, I didn't think there'd be any big fish up here, and I'm pretty well right at this point. But that's okay. That's okay. I needed some fish for this weekend. Oop, oop. Yeah, he bumped it. But I need some fish for this weekend in the worst way. So we're on the right path. Yeah, he's got it. I don't know how good he's got it. I'm gonna take my time with him. Could this potentially be number 4? He feels a lot smaller. Yeah, I don't know. We'll take my time with him though. Is this gonna be number 4? He is going to be number 4. Come on in here, buddy. Heck yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Pretty much all cookie cutters. Yeah, come on in here, buddy. You will definitely make number 4. He's probably right at 9-10 pounds. But that's okay. Yeah, he's probably right at, that fish is just long and skinny. Yeah, he's right at, I don't know, let me throw a scale on this one, make sure. Well, hang on, buddy, I'm trying to get the hook out of it. Let me throw a scale on him real quick just to see. Pretty good at guessing. Oh yeah, he's right at 8 pounds. Yeah, I kind of big at him just a little bit. Heck yeah. Oop. Oop, oop. All right. About stepped in that. Oh, he feels like a little bit bigger fish. Or he's fish number 5, who's just fighting really hard. That's how I like them to hit it. Why haven't they been doing that all day? Yeah, he kind of feels like fish number 5 now. Yep, he definitely looks like fish number 5. Good deal. Bunch of little ones. Like I said, there is no shortage of these. None whatsoever. He ate that headpiece. Come on in here, buddy. Yeah, you'll make a great fish number 5. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about right there. Heck yeah. I appreciate that, buddy. Wanted him a skipjack head. Well, I appreciate that. I really do. That'll make a good one for the fried pan. But you see how he just covered in mud. He just, God, they're just so pinned to the bottom. And I don't know why. That's the problem. I just don't know why. Well, let me get him in the live well. Well, all right, y'all. I guess that's it. That was my goal for today. This is going to be an official catch and cook video. We did okay. We caught what I expected because, like I said, we're up on this shallow mud flat, and it goes forever around this point. And I knew if we was going to catch some, you know, smaller ones to eat, this would be the perfect place to come. And we several bites, you know, because there's even smaller ones here that we're just doing up with stealing the bait. But yeah, I'm gonna get this all packed up. I'll wrap it up when I get back to the house, and we fry these dudes up. See you then. All right, y'all, we're back at the house. We got the catfish fillets all cleaned up. Like I said in my last cooking segment, you got to make sure that these fish are trimmed. You got to make sure all the red meat's off of them, because it's all the fat, and it's the blood vein, as they call it. It kind of puts an off-putting taste on these fish. So I'm going to kind of do a little play on what Spencer does. I mean, I ain't going to say it's Spencer's recipe, because I've been doing this for years too. But we're going to go the full flavor Frank's Red Hot today. He likes using that. He likes using that buffalo wing style. It's not quite as hot, but we like a little spice. And the seasoning we're going to use is just going to be this Louisiana fish fry stuff. It's actually pretty good. It's really good. It's got a little bit of kick to itself. Now I like using, as you can see, I got lard. I like using lard to fry my fish. More so, I like using natural fats as opposed to seed oils or nut oils. So big long reason for that. But either way, pretty much all we're going to do is we're going to get this pan getting hot, get some grease melted down, and take some of this Frank's, get some in this here bag. Close it off. Make sure you get all the little nuggets covered. That's also the next key part, making sure all that's covered. Once you got them coated pretty good, I kind of like to let them sit there for a few minutes. Of course, you got to wait a little bit for this grease to get hot, and then we'll put this stuff in, get our breading on them, we'll get them in the pan. All right, as you can hear, grease is hot. So the next step in this process is take your breading. Well, now we are going to just put quite a bit of it, if not all of it, in here. And you just kind of roll that around just like you did with the hot sauce. I need to put the rest of it in there and get her all good and coated. And this is going to be good. And I know I said that we're using lard, but to be honest with you, the best fat to use, and I think my wife can agree on this, but the best fat to use is actually bacon grease. Bacon grease, and fried anything, more specifically fried fish, is probably one of my favorite ways to eat them. All right, I think we got everything coated just fine. We'll get us a couple pieces in there. We'll let them fry up. It don't take very long. It don't take very long at all for them to cook, especially when you got a good hot pan of grease. See, that's the most critical part, is the flip. Got to be careful with the flip. Alrighty, round one is done. Gonna go on with round two. They are looking fantastic. They are going to be yummy. We're going to let them ones right there cool down, and then we'll do the old taste test. All right, well, we got a couple more batches we still got to go yet, but I can't wait no longer, so I'm going to try it. But in true fashion, I'm going to let my wife take the first piece. There you go, babe. Let me know what you think. Is it good? Okay. Yeah, it's nice and crispy. Fish is still nice and tender. You know, I mean, I've ate fish a lot of different ways, but I always come back to this. This is probably one of the best ways to eat these catfish, especially fresh catfish that we just caught. I love them. And I appreciate every sacrifice them 5 fish made for me to have this meal. And with that, I'm going to finish cooking the rest of it, and we're going to sit down to a good dinner. We're going to have some catfish, and we're going to have some ribs that I got going on a smoker right now, so it ought to be a pretty good meal. But anyway, I appreciate you watching this one, and I'll catch you on the next one.